Welcome to part 4 of What to Do with SPRUE. Yay! It's like fun with flags with Sheldon Cooper. Right. Yeah, I am that rock and roll. So, some manky old SPRUE that we should have chucked away from 1998, apparently. Today, I am making Cobbles. So, a nice square base here. And I would like to make it cobbly. Like a medieval street. So what I'm going to do is, on my chopping mat with a sharp knife, like so. Yeah, be afraid. I'm going to start slicing. Now I'm not cutting chunks. I'm cutting pretty much the same every time. Nice and gentle. Little bits like this. So it's a bit time consuming. And the bits I'm aiming for are the flat sections without any lumps on. So anywhere near a corner, I'm going to get rid. So chop off these little nasty little bits as I come to them. Scrape them off. Nice and easy. And I'll start cutting these. So you can get cobble rollers from companies like Green Stuff World, stuff like that, which are rollers like rolling pins that you can get. But rather than rolling out your pastry or anything like that, you put down your green stuff, a nice bit of green stuff there, and then you put your roller over the top. And they are fantastic kits, do not get me wrong, but if you have a bit of time, and I certainly wouldn't want to do what I'm doing here on a full army, I would probably go crazy, but on a special model, a model you want to make it stand out a little bit, maybe like a golden demon entry or something like that. Make your own cobbles. Now if you don't like that particular shape for a cobble, because to be fair, cobbles aren't really that shape, you can get a knife and straighten these up so they're more square possibly. So that could be an old-fashioned cobble. Or, if you cut them before we get to the corner, so nice and gentle, cutting away from ourselves, cutting downwards and using the mat nice and safe. Yeah, check me out, mum. We could turn these into bricks. So we could flatten one side completely and partially flatten this edge and lay it down in a stagger formation to make it look more like a driveway pattern. So like house bricks that are laid down on its side like a driveway. We've all seen it before. So decide what pattern you want. Do you want to go for like a modern build? Because if you're doing fantasy, you probably wouldn't have blocks laid out like that. Or go for this style, but maybe not that particular shape. So in a minute I will round off these edges and then I'll start doing a different shape and start laying down. Same with cobbles is, you have to get a fairly square-ish shape. So if it's going to be a round pebble, it can't be too round because they won't match then. What I mean by that is, if you had a circle followed by a circle followed by a circle, there's always a gap in between. Whereas if it's square, like the background here, less gaps. So the old cobble streets probably would have been a bit more like this than perfectly round. But I will start, for example, seeing as I've got a round knobbly bit here, cut down, cut away, and mind my fingers. Piece there, a piece there, piece there, piece there. Last bit's not letting go. You'll find that that is too perfect and there's too much of a gap in the middle. But if you wanted to keep all the round bits of the SPRUE, keep them to one side and use that, you totally can, and then keep the rest of the sprue for one of the other projects you're hoping to use them for. So maybe one of the previous videos that I've done, or whatever you like. Hell, even chuck it in the bin. But that could be a cool effect. Loads and loads of those. But not on every sprue you would probably get these. But if you wanted to keep them, you can do. So I'll cut a load out now, and I'll stick them down and show you what I mean by a cobbled street. Okay, so this is what I've done with the bit of sprue to make cobbles. It's looking pretty cool. It's very basic. That's just the basic idea. Obviously you would want to put some kind of grout or whatever behind. So if it's like a cobbled street, maybe some PVA glue or some sand mix or something like that, and then push it in. But looking at it right now really makes me want to do kind of like Giant's Causeway base. So what I mean by that is kind of like as if you were doing this kind of thing. So kind of like you were doing a crystal but then cut the top off. So loads and loads of that stuck to the base would be pretty cool. Or even paint it some kind of weird futuristic kind of like turquoisey sci-fi colour for maybe Blackstone Fortress. Be pretty cool. But yeah, that is one thing you could do with sprue. And obviously the smaller you do it, the the longer it will take. Like I said, you wouldn't want to do a whole army like it. But there you go. That was just a weird and wonderful thing that you don't see very often. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys, on another What to Do with Sprue video.